I'd like to introduce to you our special guest from New York. It's Saturday night. David Lipscomb, he's the CEO, founder, head coach of CIS Training. It's a really big deal in New York and on Zwift. It's a premier training program. A lot of people have grown and gotten strong in the last 2 years, particularly on Zwift. If you don't believe me, go to the race tomorrow. David, he's a contributor to Bicycle Magazine. He's part of the coaching staff. But most, or equally as important, he heads up diversity, equity, and inclusion for USA Cycling. There's a lot of work to do with our sport. There's a lot of dedicated people, and I think he's got his hands full. He's pioneering what he does in his life by combining the science of cycling, the art of coaching, the philosophies that come with martial arts, and the principles of leadership and development. I'd like to introduce to you David Lipscomb.
Wow. Hello, everyone. Come on now, let's try it again. Hello, everyone. All right, that's how we like to do it. Thank you, Scott, for the warm introduction. Like Scott said, this is hard work, folks. So I'm going to go into the depth and detail of what I do, why I do, and how I do it. I've been in the space in diversity since 2003. Been in this work a long time. And what I've learned since 2003 is the same conversations we've been having in 2003 we're having now. We need to change that, okay? So give you a little bit of information about me. I get my cue cards. Okay, I get a little, here you go, cue cards. All right, I've been working in the space of diversity for quite a long time, and I've come to realize that when we think about creating some change and doing things that are purposeful, it takes all of us to make it happen, right? Well, come on, folks, right? Right, okay. So having the opportunity to really share this expertise that I know, and I've been given the opportunity to learn a lot of things around diversity from some major players in the New York market. And I want to share those thoughts with you today. So, couple things. Yes, I'm a martial artist. I've been doing this a long time. And I take a lot of these skills that I've learned in martial arts and I apply them to this work of diversity every single day. It's not just a happenstance, it's something I do and something I love to do. And those who know me from the New York market know. Rashad Bahati is on my diversity task force in USA Cycling, and he understands my style, okay? It's hard work to do what I do in an environment where there is no diversity, correct? Right? Right? Agreed, right? So what I try to do is really engage people in a conversation around the business of diversity, right? It's not just about what other people think day in and day out. So part of my challenges, and I'm going to go through some of these key highlights of what I'm talking about, and how I really highlight how to make change, right? It's about making change. It's not about lipstick and rouge, folks. It's about the real work, right? About the real work. A couple things. I'm going to share with you some similarities that I've learned in corporate America. I've been doing this work, like I said, since 2003. I've been given the opportunity to share my work on the world stage at the United Nations. So people understand the things that I say, and I've learned 5 things. That demographics are changing, will always change. Number 2, employees and expectations of our customer base understand how do we keep people engaged in a conversation and ensure that we're doing the right things. Technology is a driver, right? Look at Swift. I was the first person to demo Swift in the world, folks. First person. First documented coach on Swift in 2014. I took the market, I saw it. And what we're looking at right now is there's a cross between how do we get people engaged in a sport across the board, right? Number 4 is when you think about the competition, where are we talking about competition? There are many opportunities for people to make change. And as you know, and if you don't know, the USA Cycling has a new CEO. His name is Brandon Cork. Him and I had a very unique conversation this past week that says, you know what, I think we can really make a change here. He's super driven, I'm super driven, or I wouldn't be doing this work, because I have passion for the work that I do, right? So I'm going to share with you a couple things that we talked about over the last couple of days. We had an off-site meeting in Colorado Springs. 5 key pillars of work that we're going to do for 2022 and going forward. All right. Number 1, these 5 pillars consist of, we got to bring new energy to the sport, as Scott talked about. New energy, right? New people. Through COVID, more people are on bikes than ever, right? Right. So there's an opportunity to really gauge in impact and inclusion in the sport of cycling. Number 2, expand our reach and support for clubs. That's why I'm here, right? Come all the way from New York City by way of Colorado Springs to come here to share my thoughts and how I can support you. So we can support each other, so we can make some change. Right? I think this is a perfect opportunity to really align some key things, some key players in the space to really make it happen. Number 3, deliver sports performance at the highest level. Look at Corey, look at Justin, look at Rashad Bahati, at the top, Sharon as well, at the top of the game. We want more people to be at the top of the game, right? Right? Because at the end of the day, folks, it's about the Olympic Games too, in 2024 and 2028 here in LA, right? 2028. 2028, right? 2028. In your backyard. All right? Number 4, break down the barriers to entry. Right? Got to break down these barriers, folks. And I think one of the unique things that I have the capability of doing is helping make change in an organization that's predominantly white. Right? I mean, that's real talk. It's real talk. However, what I have the capability of doing is sharing an opportunity to really engage the leadership in another conversation that they have never heard before. And I think I'm doing a really good job at it. Because if you think about it, being able to I wouldn't say infiltrate, but I'm going to, right? To share my thoughts around the business, because at the end of the day, if we're not doing what we're supposed to do for our customers, we're not doing anything for you. So once again, my job is to make this better for everybody, right? I'm super serious about what I do. I'm super passionate. I've been doing the work of diversity, like I said, since 2003, but I also am a coach for 16 years. So I see the similarities in coaching. I see the similarities in diversity and inclusion, how we coach people through a process of change, because diversity is a change management process, right? Change management process, folks. It goes with every organization, right? So the last piece is to leverage diversity, equity, and inclusion to elevate the sport of cycling. That's real. It's unique to me that I received an email from the UCI just a couple days ago saying they asked me personally to help them with their diversity program. Wow. That's big, right? That's big. Because they see the impact of the work that we've been doing, and I actually been working for USA Cycling since 2019 from a pro bono standpoint, you know, just kind of helping out every once in a while. But I was given the opportunity to step up and take this role. And I'm super passionate about what I do. Okay. Last couple of things I want to share is, I'm going to say this about us, okay? How do we create a culture of inclusion and really drive a winning culture? It's always about A, E, I, O, U. All right, I'm going to share with you why I say these a couple things. All right? A is about access to diverse communities, large and small, to broaden our reach. We want more people. Just like Scott said, we want more people in the game. E is about engage and educate. We want to engage and educate everybody in the sport of cycling. Now, we all know as people of color, cycling is all about freedom, right? That's what we came. You know, I can remember when I was a little kid. Hey, I want to get out on my bike. Mom said, get home by 6 o'clock. As long as I got home by 6 o'clock because dinner was ready. But it was about freedom. We want to get out on the bicycle. I is about identify talent both on and off the bicycle. Identify the talent, because there's talent out here. Look, we hear stories all the time about this. You know, Scott, how many people in the United States? 340 million, we only have 100,000 USA cycling licenses. Come on, folks. Where's the disconnect? Let's say it again. That's it. So my job is to help bring more people in the sport, okay? O is to increase the opportunities for bike racing in the United States. Right? And last but not least is to unify our sport as cycling stewardships of individuals to create change. Thank you.